Good morning, Presley. Can you hear me okay? Good morning. Good morning, Daryl. Thank you for the like. Thank you very much. It's a little overcast. Sun's coming up now. I do. How's everybody this morning? We're on hump day. Good morning, Jovita. Thanks for showing up today. Good morning. Again, thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Good morning. We're on hump day. 2 more days after today, and we'll be on the weekend. Hopefully, you're off on the weekend. Oh, it's only 3 a.m. there? That's about what time I get up every day. I don't know why. My mom always told me that's when God wants to hear me talk to him because there's no distractions at 3 a.m., right? I'm not sure what KIB is, Jovita. I'm sorry. That is true. That's what my mom said. She always woke up at 3 a.m. And one day my youngest son says, Mom, now I'm waking up. It's 3 a.m. I said, well, go and run with it. He says, no, I'm going back to bed. Oh, yeah. Presley says, I was up too late. Oh, I was there too. Did you see me there in Ray's chat? Sandra Davis, hey kiddo, how you doing? How are ya? I'm glad it's you again. I'm glad. Thank you for the like. Thank you. That's good. I'm always glad to see you come back in. I'm glad to see new people. Oh, yeah, I like him. He's a heck of a guy. He tries to help people so much. Talking about dashing womble guys. He's always trying to help people get their channel started and suggestions on doing content. He usually stops by in the morning, but he was up pretty late. I think I turned him off around midnight. That's nice. I'm glad you're over here, Presley. I'm glad to see Xander back and Daryl's back. Only one we're missing is Kelly, but she's probably there somewhere. And I appreciate you guys hitting the like button there. Xander says it's 4 a.m. there. It's 3 a.m. for. Oh, it's 4 a.m. Oh, okay. I get up about 3 a.m. every day. Go to bed around 2. I only get like 2 hours sleep. That's the time I went to bed last night. Well, I fell asleep in the recliner again. I had every intention of making it early, but it didn't happen. Yeah, are you a night owl too, Xander? I never was. You've seen me in a lot of chats. I've been in. Have you been in Mary's gigs, Presley? I like the Dasher community. They're very nice people, very giving. I got a lot of subs from Mary's channel, Driving with Spice. Spicy's a good girl. Who else? Fran and the real Dean. Have you talked to the real Dean? He's a good guy too. He sometimes shows up here. Yeah, I'm a YouTube junkie. Yeah, my son every year for my birthday he gets me the premiere where you don't have to. Hi Kelly, to watch commercials. He gets me that. It's so nice not watching commercials. Xander said I was just asking about Kelly. I was like, oh, he's here somewhere. He's here somewhere. As I told my husband this morning, Kelly, I said, Kelly's usually my first one. And he's like, how long were you talking to her yesterday? I said, no, I was talking to Kimberly. I was talking to spousal wife. I don't know what her channel name is. Kimberly. She's in a lot of the communities we are, Kelly. And we were talking 2 hours. I don't even know how 2 hours. I don't know. But her husband's on the road driving truck. Last time he drove, he delivered blueberries. Hi, Lockheed Martin. How are you? Ready to win another day. It's hump day. Good attitude, Martin. Good attitude. Lockheed Martin. I was in the shower. I actually had to be out the door early, going to my school. Oh, you're going to set up your classroom? When we got out in June, took that day just to regroup, that month, the rest of the month to regroup. And then July, I got my house in order. And then, bam, right back to school in August. I start setting up my classroom. You're very well indeed. Oh, you must have got a good night's sleep. That's good to hear. That makes my heart happy, Martin. I'm glad you're having a good day so far. Now, is it early where you are? Kelly says, yeah, we have play dates. Going to choose my peer models. Okay. So you meet your kids today, your new classroom kids? I always love that. And then there's always, the criers and the kids that cry. And, but I'm pretty good with those too. You gonna go, Xander? You're not gonna stay? Okay, honey, you going back to bed? Martin says, thanks, Sally. It's early, yes. Nice and warm morning. Sun shining. That brings up your spirits, huh? Okay, Xander, you get some good sleep. Get some for me too. Hopefully, I don't know if you were here yesterday when we had the wasp episode, but my husband said he sprayed them, so hopefully I won't have any wasps. I was attacked by them yesterday because I killed one. That was my stupid mistake. Yeah, Ray was he was laughing. He goes, I wish I had a video of that because he could hear me, screaming, ah, they're coming after me. And then one came, and then another one came. So I guess when they're half dead, uh, they send out a scent, or I don't know, a scent or something. But he was still, I couldn't get him to die. Kelly says peer models are general ed kids who are supposed to be models for the special ed kids. I get to choose who will be in the class. Okay, that's nice. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you guys. It's always nice for a nice new school year. The only thing I didn't like in parochial school, we didn't have air conditioning. Does your school have air conditioning, Kelly? Wait, are you driving? I better not ask you questions. The one year I had a parent buy me one of those portable air conditioners that, they stand on the ground, but you put the hose out the window, and then it has like a bucket that gets all the moisture in it. That was really nice. But it didn't. The classroom is too big to keep it, so I used to stand in front of it. Kelly says yes, air conditioning, and no, not driving. Okay, good. I'm glad you have air conditioning, Kelly, because it's miserable uh, working in that kind of okay, let me see here. I remembered to bring my little clicker out for when the dogs have a tantrum. a little collar that vibrates. It doesn't shock them, it just vibrates because Levi is in boot camp. My one basset hound. He is unruly. They're the most loyal dogs, but I'll tell you what, are ornery. They do not listen. They're very stubborn, very stubborn. So very humid here, but my husband was looking at the forecast. It's supposed to start the temperature going down, and hopefully the humidity will go with it too, because I do not like that. I have some stuff to do in the yard, some plants I bought on clearance. I had some rose bushes I bought on clearance, and I need to put them in the ground. But they were like almost dying. They were like sticks sticking out of the bag. And since I just have them leaning against the fence, they're really growing. They're like doing really well. So I guess probably Walmart didn't water them very well or water them at all. So I usually can bring plants back to life. I have a green thumb. I used to have so many flower gardens at my old house. Still trying to find someone new to cut the grass because my husband just can't do it. That hill is too much. That hill is so steep that when you're cutting, it feels like you're walking on your ankles. So, my one neighbor said when the people that lived here before, they had 3 people doing that front yard at one time to get it done. So, all right, I guess we will get started. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I really do. And today, we're gonna. Well, this is appropriate. It says, "I let go of complaining," and I was just complaining about the weather. I'll tell you what, these readings. Are you caught up in a loop of complaints in which something is wrong with everything you encounter and disapproval becomes a song you sing every day? Is this working for you? Has anything changed? Complaining is a serious waste of time and energy. Take a good look at the objects of your complaints, the actions that don't meet your standards. If there is nothing you can do to change them, then it is time to change what you can. Your thoughts and feelings. How is that? That is good. Remind yourself that everyone's experience is different, as are their views. Declare, "This is none of my spiritual business." Focus on the business of yours that has been neglected and change the complaining thoughts into counting your blessings. Do all things without murmuring and arguing, so that you may be blameless and innocent, children of God without blemish. That's from Philippians chapter 2, 14 and 15. I'll read it again. Do all things without murmuring and arguing, so that you may be blameless and innocent, children of God without blemish. The affirmation is, the moment I catch myself complaining, I start to count my blessings. Well, that's a good one. The moment I catch myself complaining, I start to count my blessings. Isn't that true? Just like I always would tell my kids, um, we can't always be asking God for something. We have to tell him thank you once in a while too, because he likes to hear that too, I'm sure. So, and then you can also thank God here on earth, by doing acts of charity, opening a door for someone. It could be easy as that, giving someone a smile, telling them their hair looks nice. Um, like older people, they like when you say, "Oh, nice outfit," or something like that. That color looks nice on you. They just start to glow, especially women. Oh, but when I tell the older men that, they start to think I'm flirting with them, but I'm just trying to be nice. I already have a man. I can't deal with another one. But now, does that sound just like, how Martin feels today. He's just on top of the world and he's ready to start the day. And it's ironic because this reading also has to do with stop complaining. It also says positivity. Through positivity, I can do all things through the divine presence within me. I've heard it said most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Oh my gosh, do you hear that, Martin? I've heard it said most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. All right. These words show me the importance of positivity and how an upbeat attitude can keep me afloat upon the rough waters of life. Positivity helps me see the world as full of joy and possibility. Difficulties may arise, but my confident faith in the goodness of God gives me the power to cross the stormy seas, to find calm waters and the warmth of sunshine. The light of God surrounds, enfolds, and uplifts me. When I center my thoughts on the divine within, I feel equipped to meet all challenges. God's indwelling grace sees me through the stormy days. Even if squalls of sadness toss me about, by faith I will outcast the gales and reach calm seas again. How about that? Um, Good morning, Almus. This is all the suburbs where there's no. Why would you say that? We do have black people in our neighborhood. How do you know we don't have any? We do. Okay. Keep the heart. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. That's from Proverbs 4:23. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. That's pretty awesome. And through positivity, I can do all things through the divine presence within me. So, Almas, I think you need to think positive and not have bias towards people who live in the suburbs. Um, I don't know why your thoughts are like that, but I hope you're able to see it different. In Texas, we don't have. That makes me sad. Black people are fun. Yes, they are. My best friend was a big old black guy. A big old black guy who's my best friend in the world. He passed away coming up on his anniversary. When I talk about him, I get upset, but he was my bestest friend in the world. So if you think white people don't like black people, we do. I love that man. My husband even loved him. He was part of our family. My kids called him Uncle Kerm. So yes, may he rest in peace. And I'll tell you what, honey, you need to change your outlook on things because not all people don't like black people, and not all black people are not in the suburbs. So, stick with me. You'll learn some stuff. I had a father who was very racist and things like that. And look how I grew up. I love all people, and I welcome everybody here until they tick me off when I'm trying to do religion. And that doesn't slide with me because I respect everybody's religion. When I taught school, I taught about all religions, not just Catholicism. And yeah, I respect all people until you mess with me or my family or my religion. So thank you for seeing things, and thank you for saying, "May my friend rest in peace." He was my bestest friend in the world. He beat cancer, and then um, he was gone. Next thing you know, he was gone. So always hug people you love, even if you don't love them. Give them a hug. I always hug everyone before I leave. I'm a hugger, even my doctors. I said, I'm a hugger, so I hug everyone because you know what? You're not promised tomorrow. And I always do that. So, and I don't know if that's the last time they'll see me. And I want to leave this world being a positive, happy person. People knowing me as someone who spread joy and laughter. I mean, if you watch my videos, I'm pretty much a goofball. I love to make people laugh. And, being married to my husband for 40 years, he has a sense of humor, and so do my kiddos. But my kids are older. They're 34 and 37. In fact, my niece turns 38. She's about the same age as my son. He'll be 38 in October. My niece turns 38 today, Nicole. Happy birthday, Nicole. Um, or my husband used to call her Sticky Nicky because on her birthday, they had her in the high chair and they gave her the cake. And she had it everywhere. He always called her Sticky Nicky. Even though she's a grown up now, he still teases her. But what is that you wrote, honey? Almus. Um, Anas, Almus. What is Jesus? Is that Jesus 34? Yeah, Jesus was 34. I got what you said, honey. Yeah. Yeah. My sister in law, my brother's wife, she passed away pretty early. Um, yeah, my friend, he was how old was he? He was not, I think he was just got hit 50. So, and I think he was 54. And then shortly after, his younger sister, who was 44, she passed away. So a lot of people, it's hard when you get to be my age and your friends start dying, you know? No, like your kids are 34. Oh, I see. You're 29? Okay. There you go. You're gonna hit when is your 30th birthday? That's a big one. I just turned 60 last month, and all my friends are like, you know what? Most of the guys, they were the ones who are worried about turning 60. Usually it's women. I didn't care. I don't care if people know my age. I don't care. So, and then when you hit 60, you kind of say, you know what? I'm just going to be me. Yeah. So, when are you going to turn 30? Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. With age comes wisdom, right? And your looks only get better when you get older. Like the wrinkles on my forehead, I've earned every one. They all have a story. And my husband lost all his hair because that has a story too. I drove him crazy. 2 months. Well, there you go. You still got 2 months to be 29. So, see, I'm like double your age, and I'm happy. I'm happy. I was so happy when I turned 60 last month. And then right after my 60th birthday was my 40th wedding anniversary. I got married at 20 years old. I just turned 20 and I got married. And then 2 years later, I had my first son. So, you miss being 17. Let me tell you something. I don't. I didn't like living home with my father. I like having my own rules. My own rules. I don't have to answer to anybody. I can do what I want to do when I want to do. If I want to go to the store at 3 o'clock in the morning, I can go to the store at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, anyway, the way Martin was this morning, he was all happy. I don't know if he's still here, but he really got me feeling good about today, too. Even though it's going to be hot and everything, we're not going to complain today, right, guys? We're not going to complain. We're going to find the positive in everything. I mean, I'm so excited for Kelly. She's going back to set up her classroom or her little play dates. So, um, yeah. So there's Kelly. I'm so excited for you, Kelly. Wait, you're going to get your package today, Kelly. Let me know what you think. Oh, last night I was trying to make more bracelets for the cancer patients, and then Tracy was saying something about you know, I think it was Tracy saying something about like if anybody wanted to donate like for that, but I don't even know how I would do that. The only thing I have on my YouTube is my buy me a coffee. I don't have like PayPal and stuff like that. I had it, but I somebody broke into my account, so I don't trust those online things. In fact, that is it Venmo or whatever. I have one of those accounts, but it just I don't know. I just my friend, that's how we transfer money to one another, and I don't like it. I used to use that Zelle with my bank account with my son, but they don't have it anymore at his bank. The weather here is going to be 90, I think my husband said, and very, very humid. Where are you from? Anais? Anais? Right. Okay. Where are you from? Are you from Cash is King? Yeah. I don't know. I know we all need money and stuff, but I don't know. Money is, it's just, it gets so many people in trouble, you know? That's like on here, so many people are, just striving to be monetized in that, and they're missing the journey. You know what I mean? They're missing the journey. It may be in the mid 90s today. Oh, you're in Arizona. Oh, my niece lives in Arizona. My niece Sarah. Okay. 90s today. Humid. Do you have humidity there in Virginia? Thanks for the hearts. Oh, thank you. And thanks for the likes. Thank you. That makes me so happy. Um, is it humid in Virginia? I know Arizona has dry air, right? Ugh, don't you hate it, Callie? Ugh, I just cannot wait for that. I used to love summer, especially when I had a pool. Good morning, Heather. Did you get the hubs off to work? We were talking about letting go of complaining and being more positive, and there was a young man on here named Martin. He was the top of the morning. He was ready to go, and Kelly's getting ready to go to her school. I guess she's going to meet some of her kiddos today, and she's going to meet her peer monitors, or the helpers. Man, this time of year, Kelly, is so hard for me to go to stores. Um, Let me tell you something. Seeing all the back to school stuff, I love office supplies. And seeing the big pencils for my kids when I used to teach kindergarten, oh, I'm so lost at this time of year. Oh, can I come to Virginia and be your helper? I mean, you helped me so much, so I can come there and help you, pay you back. Um, and they says, but nothing $100 electricity for AC can't fix. Ugh, our electric bill. We're supposed to get our furnace and our air condition replaced, and hopefully my electric bill will go down, because all of a sudden, like, my electric bill wasn't too bad. It's only Daryl and me living here, the two of us, and I don't use any electricity all day. I listen to my podcast, or YouTube or whatever. I don't run a TV or anything, and I don't know how our electric bill's been over like $300. And I'm like, what in the world? And with me not working, it's hard to afford that, you know? So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully that'll go down. But it was just like all of a sudden, I think a couple years, like, no, a year ago, it started going up, because my best friend and I would always check out to see each other's light bill, see who was doing better with the light bill and that. But um, so I don't know how many of you were here yesterday when I was trying to kill that darn wasp. My goodness, let me tell you, that thing would not die. And I swear he sent out some kind of code for his friends to come. And another wasp came yesterday, and then I was sitting here, I was watching the wasp up on the thing watching me, and then another one came, and I was like, oh man. So yesterday when my hubs got home, he found two wasp nests. But I was on Ray's live yesterday, and he was laughing. He goes, "I wish I had a video of that, Sally, because you sounded like." I said, "Yeah, I wish I had a video too, so I can laugh at it now." But I was genuinely scared of them wasps. I mean, you can get, bad, if you're allergic to them. Yeah, electricity is up 90%. Yep. So my neighbor, we were doing a cooking show, and I forgot to. Good morning, Jeremy. This is Pennsylvania. Um, so we were doing a cooking show. Okay, Daryl and I, we have it Sally and D's reality. It has and in between the Sally D's, and so we were doing a cooking show the day before last. And don't you know, I forgot to turn the camera on. I was more worried about these darn microphones. So we're like, all right, well, we didn't get that one. So yesterday we wanted to finish the recipe that we were doing for the cake because it had to, we had to, I have to take care of some business here. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just cannot stand some people. um, but anyway, so do you know I went to find the video for making the cake, and I didn't have that on. What I was taping before that, like our normal daily lives. And when I went to thought I turned it on, I turned it off. So we didn't even have that video. So we had to make another cake, to start all over again. So I had two cakes, and I had to take some over to my neighbor, and then my other neighbor with the tree, the tree that I'm not supposed to mention over there that's blocking my sunrise. She wanted to know my YouTube channel, and I was all prepared to give it to her, but I can't because I'm always talking about her tree. So that would be kind of because she's a good friend of mine, but I just want her to trim her tree. But yeah, see how it's blocking the sunrise. So I tried going in the yard, but um anyway. So yeah. So Heather, I was telling him also that Levi is in boot camp, my basset hound, because he just cannot, he's too ornery. He will not listen. He's a lover boy, but boy, he just wants to bark and howl it. And when I just leave the room, and he doesn't listen. So I'm really trying to keep up on the commands for him, and like if someone's at the door. Usually, if you ever came to my house, there's three basset hounds. I can't even open the door. I have to open the window to talk to whoever it is. So, yes, hopefully it helps him. I was going to send him to obedience school, but that is so expensive. Holy, oh my goodness. I mean, I know they do a lot of work, but I'm talking about a couple $1,000s. And like some of the lessons are like $200 an hour. I don't know. It was outlandish. So maybe I missed my calling. Maybe I should have did that for a living. I don't know. Dogs and kids are my thing. All kids and all dogs like me. So maybe I should have done that for a living. I don't know. But I don't know. I said, okay, I'm going to try to do this myself. But I have patience with kids, but his not listening is just I have no patience for it. I just throw my hands up and just let him do what he wants to do. But it's really out of hand though. So, and then the older dog and him for some reason don't get along now, the two boys. And Gabriel's 10, but I think he's going blind. And I guess Gabriel knows, not Gabriel, Levi knows this. He can sense it, and has been picking on him. And Libby, she'll go over and take, like if I throw um, Gabriel a treat, he don't see it. Libby will go up there and she'll swoop it right up. My little chubby girl. So once it stops being so humid, then I'll start walking them again or take them to the park. But I'm not walking in this weather. I can't breathe in this weather. It's hard enough sitting here talking to you guys. So, but I see that sun peeking through that tree there. Maybe I could take the tripod down there. You know what? I'm going to take the tripod down there. Let me take it down there real quick. We will go for a little walk. We're going on a field trip, gang. Here we go. I hope I don't lose the camera on here. It's going to be a little wobbly because I'm old and I have to go down steps. Okay, let's see. Oh, there it is, guys. Look, 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 look. There it is. Behind the tree that I complain about. Can you see it now, guys? Can you see it? There's the sunrise behind the tree. And we'll just put you out here now, huh? All right. I need to open my curtains. Okay, good morning, Jinx. How are you? So, how's that look, guys? Can you still hear me? I didn't bump anything, did I? There's a little lag, so it's coming now. Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, Jinx. It's going to be in the 70s for a week starting tomorrow. I'm so excited. There you go. Thank you, Kelly. Can you see it now? There's the sun. That's much better, I know. But it was dark when I came out here. There's my head peeking over. I always want to say, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. Do you know that song, Cal? I used to sing that to my kiddos. And the good morning song. I miss all that stuff. Right, Daryl? I'm having a hard time departing from my letter of the week files. It's just, yeah, you're waiting for me to start singing. I don't want to put these people through that, Daryl. Daryl's writing a song. We're helping each other write a song for the theme song for this. When we were on a road trip, we were working on that, right, Daryl? Daryl and I are adjusting to empty nest syndrome. No kids. Yeah, it's hard, especially when you build your life around your kids. And then they're gone, move far away. But Daryl always said, it's me and you, kid. Right, Daryl? Well, actually, he calls me a goofball, but that's okay. I brought the little clicker out here, so Levi's starting again. We'll just tell him to be quiet. So the wasps, I don't see any today, Daryl. So when you get home, maybe you can take the nest down, unless they're in there hiding. But at least they didn't make another hole in the wall, Daryl. Thank you guys for the likes and whoever's doing the hearts. Thank you. Yeah. Kelly says, I can't imagine. She says, both mine are staying home for college for now. Oh. See, Cal, I don't think of you as that, not that old, but old enough to have kids that old. How old are your kiddos? They're in college. Oh, that's no problem, Kelly. You're the one that looks good. You're the one that takes care of yourself. See, I was too busy taking care of everybody else. That's why I'm all real messed up. So I gotta learn to take care of myself, and I need positive self-talk. But how old are your kids, Kelly? Is Ray out there? Dean, are you out there? I guess they're all sleeping in. Colleen, Yvonne. I feel like the lady on Romper Room. I see Daryl and Kelly. When the lady on Romper Room. Some of you guys are too young to know what that is. It was a TV show for little kids. Um, yeah, today, Kelly, my niece turns um, 38, and then right after her is Daryl because she was born, and then my son Daryl, he'll be 38. Can't believe I have a kid that's 38 years old. Yep, I was 22 when I had him. Really? Really? Kelly says that her kids are 18 and 20, almost 21. I remember when our kids turned 21, they instead of going out with their friends, they wanted to stay home with their dad and do the campfire. And I think that when Daryl turned, he wanted that what's that lemonade, hard lemonade, or what was that stuff called? That's what he wanted to drink. He wanted to drink that because I never had trouble with my kids going out and drinking before they turned 21 or smoking or anything like that. Thank God they didn't start smoking like their mother. But yep. What was that called, Daryl? That lemonade, hard lemonade that Daryl got? That Mike's. Okay, Mike's. Hey, tell you guys the cake that a sneak peek at that cake. I think I have it on my channel, but when I made it on my channel, I cut it when it was still warm, so it kind of fell apart. But all you do is take any cake mix, okay? Say you have a chocolate cake mix. Take a 12-ounce can of diet soda. It has to be diet. And for yesterday, I used Dr. Pepper because I wanted a little bit of a cherry taste. You add that one can of 12-ounce diet pop into the cake mix. You don't add the eggs, the oil, the water, nothing. Just the can of pop, okay? You mix it with the cake mix until all those little dry things are all gone, okay? You put it in the you know 13 by 9 or whatever size you're making, and you follow the baking instructions that are on the box. So you only need the 12-ounce can of diet soda. It doesn't work with regular soda because that's too heavy with that sugar. It won't rise. You have to have the diet soda, 12-ounce, and a can um, and a box of a cake mix. Now, if you make a spice cake, you could put like diet ginger ale in there. You'll have a really good cake. But don't put like diet Pepsi in with a spice cake or a white cake because it's going to turn a funky color. So you kind of try to make um, the pop coordinate with the cake mix, but you don't put anything else. Just a can of diet pop, 12 ounces. Bake it normal, as it says on the box, whatever it says on the box, or for whatever size you have, and you will have a very beautiful, moist cake. What we do, we made that chocolate cake with the diet Dr. Pepper. We put some fat-free Cool Whip on it, and then I bought some cherry pie filling that has no sugar added because I'm diabetic, no sugar added, and we put that on top of the Cool Whip, and it's like a Black Forest cake. And we had a piece of it last night. We did that video. I didn't post it yet, but it's going to go on our cooking channel, which is Sally and Dee's Reality. Because this is Sally D's Reality, but we have put the and in between Sally and Dee, and that's our cooking channel. There's also a recipe on there for some spicy pork chops that are really good too, and they're not high in calories either. They're from the South Beach Diet book, I believe. So I think we have some other, what was that, taco casserole or something? I don't remember. Because we haven't been keeping up on that channel. I think we only have like 7 subscribers on there. We haven't really been doing that, and Daryl hasn't been keeping up his channel either. So, but yesterday we did the video for my 300 subscribers and 200 videos. So I thank all of you that have subscribed. I really appreciate it. Um, but it's like you get a certain amount of subs, and then some of them disappear. It's like I don't know if the algorithm eats them, like Pac-Man, wonka wonka, or what. They just disappear, and then you're sad. So I don't really have um, any need to look at the algorithm. It just hurts my feelings. So yeah, but I have never like unsubscribed to somebody. I don't understand that. So, but anyway, to each their own. But it's silly to get upset about that because the algorithm is it's crazy. Because I know people really rely on that. Oh, to the cooking. I knew what you meant. It says she's going to subscribe to the cooking channel. Yeah, only subscribe if you like it, honey. Don't feel obligated. Really, I rarely ask for people to sub. I'm appreciative of them subbing to my channel, but I only want people to sub to my channel that want to be here. You know, and yeah, I yeah, because I watch people that sub to me. I watch their videos. I spend a lot of time doing that. Like when I'm cleaning, washing dishes, there's always something in the background playing. So you learn a lot of stuff on YouTube. And you know what's also too, I'm sure Kelly knows this too. Like when you look at the those reports they send, the algorithm or whatever those reports are, and it tells you how long people stay on your channel to watch. Um, they're missing the um the meat of your, like the good stuff. Maybe your video does start a little slow. You don't hook them, as they say, to hook them to make them stay on your channel. But a lot of people need to give it a little bit more time, because like my video with my husband dressed up as a beautician with the blonde wig. I mean, that was a pretty funny video. That's what people say. But that video about me, it's called Shits and Giggles and New Beautician or something. It kind of starts out slow because there's a lot of people like the bloopers too. You have to watch the bloopers. We're gonna do another one, Kelly. Sarge, I'm sorry, Daryl, Sir Serge, whatever his name is. I call him Sarge. Um, is going to be making an appearance pretty soon too. Again, because 3 or 4 people said, "Is Sarge coming back?" I said, okay." He's going to take over the show. He's going to be the star of Shits and Giggles. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. And the thing is too, with that, hi Kenny, how are ya? Are you from Ireland? Are you from Ireland? Because I'm half Irish. My mom was 100% Irish. Is that an Irish flag? I think it's an Irish flag. It looks like, because I have one of those flags hanging in my craft room, a big giant one. And my brother has one hanging in his apartment. Is that what it is, Kenny? Are you still here? Thanks for saying hi. And thank you, all of you who did the likes. I have 6 in here and 6 likes. Thank you very much. That really makes my heart happy. I really appreciate it. Today we were talking about letting go of complaining, and that's me, and positivity, having positivity about things to look positive